Hey gang, good morning. Here we are talking about percents one more time, and I want to take you through two problems that we have done today. So I'm going to do this in kind of a couple different parts, and the first problem has to do with SUVs and non-SUVs. So I'm looking at question number 4 on page 38 in lesson 6 from Engage New York. So the question says, in a parking garage, the number of SUVs is 40% greater than the number of non-SUVs. Gina counted 98 SUVs in the parking garage, so how many vehicles were parked in the garage? Well, what we've got here is another comparison, right? And a comparison is going to give us a ratio. And here's what we have so far. We know that the number of SUVs is 40% more than or greater than the non-SUVs. So we're relating the number of SUVs to the number of non-SUVs. It's a ratio, so I'm going to set it up. But here's the tricky part. Because we're comparing SUVs to non-SUVs, what we're comparing to is the non-SUVs. So the non-SUVs ends up being the total, or 100%, because that's what we're comparing it to. And then it says that the number of SUVs is 40% more than non-SUVs. So is that 40% of the total? It's not. It's 40% more than the total. Well, what's 40% more than 100%? 140%. And that might be the tricky part of this question. Percents greater than 100, which of course exist, right? Maybe not on a math quiz, but absolutely in life. So now we know the number of SUVs is 98. So 98 is 140% of however many non-SUVs there are. A lot of different ways you can solve this problem now. If we just kind of look at simplifying this, 140 100ths, we can simplify that to 14/10. And then we can even simplify that further down because both of these are even. We can divide by 2. And we can say that this is the ratio 7:5. Well, then I'm going to look at my between ratios here, and for between ratio, I have to figure out what do I multiply times 7 to get 98. Well, 7 times 10 is 70, 11 is 77, 12, 84, 7 times 13 is 91, so you know what? 7 times 14 does it, which means 5 times 14 is going to give me the number of non-SUVs. And 5 times 10, 50. 5 times 4, 20. 50 plus 20, 70. So the number of non-SUVs is 70. In order to answer the question, though, it says how many vehicles total were there? Well, we'd add these two together. And I'll leave you to do that. All right? So that's percents greater than 100.